now. The trial. Offer to help the attorney. Man, this side quest has been a huge amount more involved than I was thinking it would be. This must be like a pretty this must be a pretty major side quest for the bridge side. Change my armor? Oh, good call. Oh, can I talk to Afra about this stuff? I don't know.
I'm glad you came to see me. I wanted to talk to you.
I'm listening.
I'm still a bit inexperienced when it comes to these emotional things.
Oh my.
My feelings and my desires. But I believe that we share something unique. That a bond has been created between us.
Oh.
And if you were so inclined, I'd love to spend some time alone with you.
Yes.
It would be my pleasure. Meet me outside my room the next time we return to my house.
I'll be there.
I believe
Anything else?
in the scientific community we call this a boutique hall. I think is what I was heard this was referred to at my schoolings at university. Yes. I just need to see what she needs. It sounds pretty important, so we're gonna go back to our house real quick just to see what she needs. I'm pretty sure that she needed some advice playing chess. Kiara was right there. Hey, I mean, if she's hungry too, she can have some soup. That's cool. You know, whatever. Wait, how do I actually meet her? I have no idea how to do this. This is our first. I think it's a romance option. Do I just talk to her in the house? Go upstairs. Oh my.
I'm a bit nervous. I've read many books on this subject, but they don't say anything about the way I feel right now. May I come in?
Come on.
This is adorable.
Forget about the books for a bit.
Oh my. Oh, we're just going in on the armor, huh? That's cool. That's cool. Whatever. fully closed scenes. That's fine. That's probably it, isn't it? That's it.
Yet another marvelous memory shared with you. And
not taking any chances, Spider.
I feel as if my heart is exploding. I've never felt this way about anyone. I suppose
that's
this
really
is how
funny.
It feels to be in love. Do you feel the same?
Oh God. That was kind of soon. So now I have all sorts of questions because I don't want to like piss her off horribly, but at the same time, Siora. Oh Lord. I have to see what happens. This is terrible, but science.
This moment we shared was extraordinary indeed, Afra. But I prefer it if it remained unique.
I understand. It will remain a treasured memory.
Wow. We didn't even lose any faction. Damn. Coolest girl ever. My lord. Meanwhile, Siora's down here, you know, sprinting on a chair in nervousness. Okay, so let's go right back to what we were doing. Boop. Cool. Oh, we have another Petrus quest too. We have so much to do now, man. Okay, let's go. What do you mean, Siora? Petrus is the real star. Fair point. Fair point. Reload? Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna reload. I don't think there's any reason to do that. Like, I don't feel any need to. I don't think it's gonna help our game. You know what I mean? So we'll leave that how it is. Although now we have this very. Oh God. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Because now I just realized we have this really awkward situation where I've now told her I'm going to meet her back at our house. So it's like, if I don't go do that, then if I get it with Siora, then I'm going to go into my bedroom and it's going to be Afra first, and then I'm going to reject her and then say yes to Siora. That would be so bad. You know what? We're just going to take it. Whatever. This is our story. We'll take it. Okay. We're a dick. We're doing it. Okay. That happened. All right, let's go. Oh, well, that being said, I may have already screwed up Siora's romance. It's apparently so easy to screw up Siora's romance. So there's a good chance that it's not going to be an option anyway. Regardless, now that I know what the romance scenes are like, not exactly in a rush to get them. So I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be okay. Okay, here we go.
Hello. To whom do I have the honor of speaking?
Desade. I'm the legate of the merchant congregation. Governor Burren told me to pay you a visit.
Oh. It is you who arrested Dr. Asili and must help me prepare the trial.
Exactly.
Excellent. We will have lots to do if we want the doctor to pay for his crimes. The accused has a lot of support. Any evidence and testimonies you can gather will be useful.
We'll have no problem gathering witnesses. His laboratory cells were full of them.
We will call them to the witness box, of course. But be aware that if the victims are natives, their words will unfortunately not carry much weight here.
There were also some noughts. Perhaps I could convince some of the doctor's colleagues to talk.
Their testimony will be crucial. The word of other scholars is likely to be the only thing that condemns him. That plus any material evidence you can gather.
I picked up a strange powder in the laboratory. A substance that I've not been able to identify.
You should show it to an alchemist. We need to know what it is to be able to use it.
These documents describe Dr. Asili's work, as well as the horrible experiments he was performing.
Perfect. I will read them in detail. We will no doubt find something to support my prosecution.
I have found a letter proving that Dr. Asili voluntarily transmitted the Malachor to my cousin, Constantin Dorsey. I would like to add that I too was a victim of this poisoning.
Did the accused try to take the life of the governor of New Serene? This is an extremely serious crime.
Indeed. He saw my cousin and me as the ideal control group to prove his theories. And no humanitarian or diplomatic consideration could put a stop to his ambition.
This letter alone is crucial proof. I will put it on our file.
Do we have any chance of winning?
Yes, I am rather confident. You have provided overwhelming evidence. But if we had witnesses, we would have an even bigger chance of winning.
I will return to you soon. The North
I'm going to
should be
do
at the
every
port,
single
and
thing
the
we can
islanders
do
had to take
for this.
refuge in
For this.
Vikshadir. As for the scientists, they said they would go back to the governor's laboratory. I should give this powder to someone who can tell me what it is.
Okay, let's get started here. Are any of these quests like near us? Here. Great. Oh, we can talk to Afra as well. You not with us? Right there.
Desade, I'm happy to see you. Can I do anything for you?
I would like you to tell me about Asili.
I was expecting you to come and see me about this. What would you like to know?
Everything.
Were you aware of Dr. Asili's experiments?
In part, yes. That's why I chose not to be his student any longer.
Why not say anything?
Because I never thought he would go so far. Over time, he became more and more cruel. I found his approach brutal. As if by meeting the natives it deprived him of all humanity. He spoke of them as test subjects, never as people. But there was a time when he was the greatest doctor and scientist in the Alliance. And I clung on to that memory.
You do know that you were captured thanks to him.
Yes, but I thought the natives wanted to trade us merely as prisoners of war. I was blind. And stupid. I regret it terribly.
Do you think, as your master does, that science justifies all sacrifices?
No. I may have believed that at one time, without of course ever imagining that we'd resort to such cruel
I wonder if this
treatment.
could have been different
But
if we didn't do her
Dunkus, you
quest.
and Siora have opened my eyes to the limits of science. To worship it as we do in the Alliance does not make us better than Thélème.
Bitter Bob, you get a sub for that. Hell yeah, dude. Can't wait.
In your opinion, were the horrors practiced in this laboratory necessary for his research?
No, even if he was convinced of it. General interest outweighs the suffering of a few individuals. He wanted results quickly, to the point of neglecting slower, more humane methods. I hope we'll succeed in ensuring these experiments never happen again.
Would you be willing to testify against Dr. Asili during his trial?
Of course. I was going to talk to you
Awesome.
about that.
Awesome.
I want to convince my colleagues that we must give up these kind of methods. And even if it costs me dearly, I want my master to pay for what he did. Anything else?
I like you, Afrin. She's so cool.
I must leave you.
Okay. All right, so that is one section done. Let's do the question these dudes next. And I think we can also maybe convince one of them to analyze the powder. Let's see. William Wall, thank you so much for gifting that sub, my dude. Really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Listerian, a subscriber, says, can I have a sub too? I'd like one with tuna. Sure, you get to have Yarhanavas. Just go ahead and munch on him a little bit. And let me know if you need any like mayo or mustard or anything. Also, Yarhanavas, thank you for your service. I hope you enjoy being 8. Let's see, let's go back and to the left. Hey, Design Gears, how's your morning going? Going great, dude. Loving this game, having a great time with it. Hope your morning's going well too, man. We're making a big push in this game today. I'm really hoping we can get this wrapped up by today if possible, but tomorrow if we really can. The thing is, though, I'm enjoying these side quests so much that I'm not exactly like not exactly going quickly here. Yeah, everything we've been doing this morning has just been one big side quest. We don't even have to do it if we don't want to. But I certainly don't want to rush this game. This game is too good to rush, in my opinion. So we may be playing this all day today and tomorrow.
Dr. Honor, what do you want?
What is your role and what is your research topic?
I'm in charge of the governor's laboratories. My main research concerns the Malachor, of course. Above all, we searched for a way to reduce the suffering of the sick.
Searched.
Now that we have access to my colleague Asili's work, it gives us hope of finding a cure.
So the crimes he committed while conducting his work do not concern you?
He will be judged for that. But it would be a shame for him to have done all this for nothing.
That's such a slippery slope, man.
What do you think of Dr. Asili now that you've learned how he conducted his research?
Well, obviously the few excesses he has conceded himself are unfortunate, but he remains the greatest scientist that the Alliance has ever known. His work has had a profound effect on science. It seems quite
You're a slippery
unfair
slope?
to me to reduce his life's work just to what he has done lately.
If I understand correctly, you will be one of his defenders.
Naturally. I don't deny that he made a terrible mistake, but he meant well. And he was probably acting on behalf of our helplessness to combat the Malachor.
I don't think he's going to do it. Game Freaks and Elihur Tashins, thank you guys so much both for the 5 gift bombs. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Would you agree to speak at the trial? Your influence could be crucial.
Oh, but I already intended to give a statement. His lawyer came to find me.
So are you ready to defend a man who used to torture and murder to advance his research?
Indeed, because I think the entire work of a scientist should not be judged on a single mistake. It is obvious that he should
single
not have
mistake?
used such methods, but Asili has never been very political. I doubt he understood the implications of his actions.
So you're saying the only problem in this case is political?
Essentially, yes. The war he nearly caused could have been expensive for our governor and the city. But let's not fool ourselves. No tears will be shed over the fate of a few of those bloodthirsty savages.
Oh my. Oh my.
Afra, did you have something to say to Dr. Honor?
Thank you, Desade. I feel it is my duty to warn him. You probably know that I was one of Dr. Isili's students.
Naturally. It is undoubtedly under his influence that you have developed this remarkable analytical spirit.
Perhaps. But my analytical mind also pushed me to refuse to continue working with him. I saw his madness and cruelty grow deeper, and what we discovered in this laboratory was abominable. We must condemn him, not only so he can pay for this crime, but to free science from these kinds of abject methods.
Very well. You've convinced me. I will now testify for the prosecution. It is true that it's time to turn the page and
Go
leave his
Afra!
cruel methods behind.
Thank you, Doctor.
Okay.
Dr.
That
Honor
was
is an influential scholar.
kind of a quick
His
turnaround, but
testimony
hey, I'll
will
take it.
convince the judges.
I ain't complaining. That's fine. I guess Afra is more influential than anticipated. Haskias, hey Cohh, thanks for everything you do, and much love to those lovely mods and of course the chat community. It's been a pleasure for the entire time I've been subbed and have been non-subbed all these years. Haskias with the 7 months of support. Thank you, man. Thank you. Yes, that is called Speech 100. Can confirm. That is pretty much exactly what that is. In here? Yes.
I never thought I'd see you here again. Why are you still free?
Dr. Honor made sure that I was set free. He needed my help. What do you want?
I discovered this strange powder in one of the laboratory's chests. Do you know what it is?
I did see the doctor using it once or twice, but I don't know what it is. But I can study it for you if you want. I have the tools that will allow me to do so here.
So? What is it?
It is a quintessence of black blood. Probably created
It's
using the blood
Malachor.
of numerous patients. The doctor managed to harness the very concept of the Malachor in this powder. A single pinch ingested by someone would be enough for them to be afflicted by the disease. With the quantities that you brought me, hundreds of people could be contaminated. It's terrifying. I cannot believe Asili would do such a
I
thing.
wonder if he was thinking of making a
Here,
weapon or something.
These are my notes. I wrote down all the details of my experiments, as well as my conclusions.
Thank you. I will relay them to the prosecutor.
Oof.
What do the other scholars think of Dr. Asili now that his actions have been revealed for all to see?
Most still admire him greatly. He was the greatest amongst us, you know? They didn't witness what was happening in the lab, and they have little interest in the natives. For them, the main problem is political, given that the war against the rebels cost us dearly. Until they understand the horrors that happened there, they will not have any moral issues.
What is your purpose here?
I helped Dr. Honor to understand the research of my former master. He's the one who became his successor.
I do hope that he doesn't use the same methods.
Of course not.
What about your other colleagues? What's become of them?
They felt guilty. They stopped their experiments and returned to Al-Sad.
Good. All right, here we go.
Are you prepared to testify against Dr. Asili?
I would like to say no. You had me thrown in prison, and without Dr. Honor's intervention, I would still be there. But I can't stop thinking about what we did in that laboratory. I think only by testifying will I ease my conscience.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Your story could change the outcome of
That's
this
cool of her.
trial. I must leave you.
That's a pretty damn decent thing to do. Especially considering, like, we kind of tried to screw her a little bit. So, just a little bit. That's pretty decent of her. Okay. Meet with the survivors. Oh, convince a knot. Let's go do, let's convince the knot next. Now, is this here or is this in a different city? Oh, it is here. Great. Seldrick says, this is not cool. She was one of those who did the torturing and testing. That's true, but what would be even more not cool is if she then tried to testify for Asili. So, I mean, sure, it sucks that she was part of it, but she's at least trying to fix it a little bit. Whoa! They're trying to kill the knot? Oh, dude. Get out of here.
Is everything all right?
Once again, thanks to you. These people wanted
He was trying to murder a
They
witness!
certainly wanted to prevent you from testifying at the doctor's trial.
The doctor will be judged.
What the hell,
I
man?
suppose you'd like me to testify about how we suffered.
Indeed. If you do not fear another attempt on your life by these men.
Don't worry. I won't put up with intimidation. From now on, my people will watch over me until I can testify.
Not
And I
life!
intend to witness the execution of our torturer. You can count on me.
Thank you. Your word will be crucial during the trial.
This fight took me like 5 tries. It took Cohh 3 seconds, dude. Mage life, bro. I'm a wrecking ball, man. I just walk into the middle of everyone and just destroy everything around me. Literally a living wrecking ball. It's beautiful. Okay, so now we need to go and do this last part. Meet with the survivors of the Vig area. I think we're gonna have to travel for this. So let's see if we can go right back to our residence and we can hell out. Your daily reminder that Cohh is playing on the hardest difficulty. Yeah. But it's an RPG. So it's not fair. Because you see, my RPG playing stat has +7 to it. And that's kind of a heavy modifier. So when I play RPGs, it's not even fair. It's just ridiculous. Okay. All right. Let's go. Yes, that's right. I'm an RPG professional. This is my job. Don't try this at home. Your game will not end up the same as mine. I also have +11 in save scummery. Very important stat for RPG players.
Hey! You are the Onol Menawi who freed us. We managed to reach Vikshadir.
They told me what you did for them.
Oh, it's
Renatsa.
her!
Well done. I was able to give them the care
How
they
cool!
needed. Some wounds will take time to heal, but they are safe thanks to you.
I'm happy to see that they're better.
That is so
You
cool.
didn't come here for that, did you?
No. I came to ask for your help. The doctor who captured and tortured you is
Zuma, that's my
about to be
trap
tried for
card.
his crimes. He has a lot of support among his people. He's a respected man despite what he did. If we don't have testimony from some of his victims, he will surely be released.
You'll have our words. We'll go to the Grand City and tell our story.
And the mad lion will die for causing so much harm to our people.
May the earth engulf him. You can return to Hikmet. I'll make sure they get there.
So
in
for the
good
record,
health.
this
Thank you,
lady
Tianahach.
we saved
And
in
thank
a
you all.
different
I
side
blame
quest.
myself for forcing
And
these
we didn't
poor
have to
people
save
back
her.
to the city where they have suffered so much.
My people are strong.
Love
and
stuff like
proud.
that.
They will not be afraid to speak in front of your judges for justice.
And what's even cooler is this girl, Mev, who we saved. There's oh wait a second. That is her, right? And that was the main quest. That Mev is the girl we saved before, right? Yeah. Yeah, it was. Okay, cool. Yeah. So she's like the healer. And what was really cool is Hikmet was going to kill her, and we intervened and saved him and then murdered the person that was going to kill her. And she was super thankful about it. And now, just now, she said that she healed the villagers. So, of course, that makes us think, if we had let her die, does that mean we would have gotten here and they all would have been dead? Because things like that happen in this game. And that's pretty badass. So, yeah. That's super cool stuff. So you admit to being a murderer? Oh, I've killed so many people in this game. Please, I'm basically at this point a mass murderer. You kidding me? I've got hundreds of people. I'm literally like an assassin. It's great. Yes. Oh yeah. The amount of interconnections in the quest in this game is amazing. Dude, I agree. It's top notch, man. Top notch. Like, this is the upper echelon of quest connectivity in RPGs. Of all RPGs. Like, AAA and normal. Like, the amount of connectivity they have between the world and all the different events and stuff is really impressive. I would love to see a dev picture of how all the different quests interact with each other in the game. I bet you that image would look incredible. Like, a box for a quest, and like, the outcome of this quest affects this, and that affects this, and that affects this, and seeing the spider web. Oh man, it must look like some giant complex ass spider web, because of almost every quest we've done has connected to another in some way, even in minors, even in little minor dialogue changes. But almost every quest we've done has in some way changed another aspect of the game. It's been really cool. Of course, I say this, and the dev team is named From Spiders, so, you know, I don't know what I was expecting, really. Okay, is this everything? All right. Here we go, boys. This is as good as we're going to get it. Let's do a hard save, just in case. Maybe there's going to be charisma checks or something.
You have returned, Your Excellency. Do you have any news on our matter?
How about everything?
An alchemist studied the powder that we found in the laboratory. Apparently, it's some kind of concentrate made from the blood of several patients with the Malachor.
1 second on
Seems
that.
that less than a pinch of this powder is enough to contaminate whoever consumes it. There's enough here to make a small town sick.
A terrifying thought. I will add the analysis and this powder to the evidence on record. You have gathered overwhelming evidence. The defense will have a hard time saving the accused. I think we can go to trial with confidence now.
Good. I'm not done. The question was, of course, now that I've scrolled it right off the screen, basically, can missing side quest affect the main story? And the short answer is hugely. There is a companion quest you can do for a certain character, and depending on if you do that companion quest, is the difference between him exposing a coup attempt and helping you stop it, or dueling you and then killing himself when he loses. So, just by doing the side quest with him, he either is a hero and a complete bro for you, or he murders himself because he tried to kill you and failed. And then that character's gone from the game forever. So yeah, I'm trying not to be like too stuck, but yeah, anyway. Dan says, so side quests aren't optional? Well, of course they're optional. It's your story. But if you want all the best outcomes, this is a game you're going to want to do everything in.
A Nort victim
sure.
of Dr. Asili agreed to testify.
How does one
at
murder
trial.
himself?
Excellent. This kind of testimony will certainly rattle his defense.
The islanders will testify at the trial. Their injuries will surely convince the judges.
Indeed. But do bear in mind that the
And apparently that's what he
islanders
does.
are not
I didn't
highly
see it, but
regarded
apparently
in
he shoots
Hikmet.
himself. Mm-hmm.
I managed to convince the scientists in the governor's laboratory to speak in our favor.
Excellent. These are not direct witnesses, but if they denounce the doctor, we are sure to be heard.
I even got a testimony from one of Dr. Asili's colleagues.
Perfect. That will convince our scientists, and you know how important they are in Hikmet.
Afra, one of Dr. Asili's former students, has agreed to testify.
Excellent. This woman is very respected by the governor. Her statement will carry a lot of weight.
One sec, guys. One sec, guys. One sec. Oh, thank you, Barry. Okay.